Hey guys. I haven't done any handicap review, any serious handicap review in a little while. And I decided to do a series about it with some specific purpose. In my opinion, it's the meaning of handicap go, and it comes up in even go constantly. I mean, it's also even up, but everything about handicap go, all the principles pop out and you get to see them better. Especially with this style, most of these games we'll be looking at are me playing handicap as if it's an even game, and we'll look at what that means. So this is the first game, and I'm sure the first half dozen games we're going to be defining this points of interest is really what we're talking about. Okay, well, let's do it, and then we'll see what it is along the way. Okay, I start in. What's next? Well, handicap go. I should be playing, this way and make all these. No. I'm just in these games, I'm just settling my groups. That's it. As slow as you could, just settling my group. Not the way to win a handicap game. Right? This is the way to play an even game. You're offering the game to black. Please just win. That's all I want. I'll just keep weak, strong groups and blah, blah, blah. Okay. I just get my Joseki together. He makes a mistake. Also, he should be not taking, but rather saving, because this little white stone is going to be helpful. Do the latter thing, which doesn't work, by the way, and that's fine. Let's look at both. If he saves, I most likely am going to net. He'll say Atari, and that's his. I'll just say Atari. He has to take. And I have a powerful little base, and I can run this way, I can run this way, I can run this way. I can always Atari if I want to, which is Gote, to get extra thickness for that. This group is thick and has a lot of health options. So that's a regular way. He Atari'd. I can just save. Okay. Well, I dare say Sente. And now I have Sente. Okay. So two things. One, points of interest. He makes his mistake. The interesting point is there's an Atari here. Well, there's another Atari. Okay, let's get rid of that. And then something here. We could take or fill. Which one's more interesting? Which one holds more future power value? Saving does. It's more of a threat. Well, now we can take with A, sort of take with B, sort of take with C, take with D, come out in pseudo Sente. Not really Sente, but he doesn't like my turning. So of all of these, which has the most, we're not asking which is the strongest and most lifelike. Which one's most alive? No, this is a very healthy group. So we come out this way. That's the more interesting one because we can turn next. And now he can't escape, right? So I can play away. So point of interest one, just play away wherever. I just marked A. Okay. Well, what else is going on here? What happens if he runs? We'll just capture it. You mean you have a no-white group? It's a no-white group for white. Was this good? Is this bad? Well, I can just settle. That's really close to being settled. And black's weak in the center. And if I want to go this way first, see what he does, and jump out, there's lots of things to do here, right? So now for a moment, let's look at this move. White's building the top. Isn't that great? Well, doesn't this bother White? White's got a no wide group with no extension possibilities. This is difficult. So if we play here, well, let's do it this way. We play here, he plays this one. Really feels like Sente, right? And then those are big moves. He got one in Sente, for goodness sakes. So I could say, when you now play your Sente, it's a more dangerous stone. I'm just going to start playing more aggressively towards you so that you have a small group that I can harass. Okay, so we can play this as a means of defense, as a means of saying this is a more difficult move. What I did in the game, he's already shown he's playing poorly. He's put stones, how many stones on the second line? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the second line, 1 on the first line, and then 2 on the third line. And then he gave up a stone. It's horrid. He's playing terrible. Therefore, I thought I played here. In an upcoming game, I made this choice. Now let's look at this. Let's say he plays away. Now when I play here, I'm saying, please come in. If you come in, I'm all over you. I will attack you, which means I'm either get a great attack or all the top. So notice the difference. This versus this. One's for defense. One's for growing. It's a pretty big difference. And this is the thing about all Go, but right now we're talking about handicap Go, and especially as White, get your purposes down. Okay, so apparently I went this way this game, which is, as far as I'm concerned, fine. A little bit weak up there, no big deal though. Lots of space and time there, no problems. Pinch, okay, what to do? What's my job here in this style I'm playing? If it was an actual handicap game, where I'm actually trying, it'd probably look something like this and say, well, what's black going to do? Whatever he does, I'll go the other way. No, I'm just settling my group. Settle, boom, settled, easy. Oops, mistake. We know how to punish that. Now something dies. Now, we used to say that's a mistake. We actually don't say that anymore. And I, at the time, but it was before AI, I asked 9 professionals about this. They go, no, just a mistake. And I said, but this other way seems good to me. No, just a mistake. AI comes along, and I got this in writing. It says, Lance, you're right. It's not a mistake. So, White, if black plays here, forcing White to come under, that's not a mistake. Black has a great position, and he has Sente. Then he can start growing if he wants to, anything he wants. Not a mistake. If he plays here, right? If he plays here, but he played here, now something dies. That's the famous mistake. Okay. He tries to outfight me. No way, you're dead. Sorry, you're just dead. Yep. I got all the liberties in the world. Which way to go? Now, this is important. What's B do? Gets out into the center. We like that. Let's imagine white gets that wall. Well, if he does, that means in the future, this attack is suggesting a great many points. Okay, so going out to the center, that's meaningful. Well, what about the other one? What about this one? Once I get on the right button. You're getting 2 points, 2 stones there, not too meaningful. Okay. How is this? And actually, you don't get them. You probably want to come out. Well, I'm thinking, when I look at this shape, I'm just thinking, I'm just seeing stuff. This is interesting to me. It might not be interesting to you. It might be a mistake. I don't know. This is the point. You have to go the way that the mood strikes you, the way you think is better. What do you see about the future? What do you see about your opponent? Now, I play against my opponent all the time rather than the board. That's not a great way to play, but it's more fun. I just do that for fun. I mean, oh, this guy's going to do this. I know he's going to play this way, so I just go that way. Now, that's not the right way to play, and I don't play that way when I'm playing against strong players much. Okay, so I decided I'm going to go this way. Black went here. See what I mean? It's like I knew he was going to do. He's a kind of player that likes to keep all his stones. This is terrible. Especially if he lives. You should give them up this move, then the next move, then you should give them up all along the way. The worst is if he plays it all out and lives. Then I get so much outside. Just take the outside. Okay, he's about to save some stones. Now we can't. Now he can. Great, Atari. Here. Okay. This move coming up just got better. You didn't even do it here. I almost have to play here. I don't have any eyes. This really feels like an attack. So I went ahead and tidied it up a bit. Now, looking back, I believe this is better. It's pretty darn subtle, but this is the point I'm trying to get to. First, when you see little weaknesses, go in that direction. Give him weakness, his group, his shape, his vital points. Bring out the weakness in your opponent and don't get yourself too weak. Now, we're talking handicap here mostly. Well, what's wrong with this white move? Well, let's say later on there's a big fight, he plays here, and I have to play this part of the fight. Well, all of a sudden, see, there's a hole here. Now, this might come up in 100 moves. And in my experience, if there's a problem, it usually shows up. Well, what's the benefit of this move? Oh, well, heck, I get to press here. Does that mean anything? No. Then why are you playing it? Well, I don't think I should. I think I should keep this a little stronger. Subtle, but we're not saying how much of a mistake is it. We're saying pay attention to your weakness and the future. And this move does not carry a specific future. So tighten it up. That's an important concept. Okay, we continue. Sure, I love them. I'll take them. I'll take them. I don't see any Sente there. Anytime, let's say I play away, he plays here, I play away, he says Atari, I just capture, right? So there's nothing there. Okay. Now I could break out. Well, what does this is the whole video here. Why? Ah, brings up a cut. Oh, that could be meaningful later. Well, what about this? Oh, I guess it's not going to be meaningful. He's so strong in that area. I'm not going to do anything. Give me a break. I might, anything might happen. I could kill his upper left group, but I don't think so. So there's no meaning. Okay, so we're looking at meaning, points of interest. So I play here. Now, we talked about this, and now that I'm thinking about it, this was the game I was thinking about. In this shape, I would play this A move for the sake of defending the B group. So now black C is harder to play because it's in the white name. Not a lot harder, but it is by all means supporting. And if black attacks that lone stone, my job would be step one, is make sure that A group is fine. If I'm thinking, it's not that fine, and I played 017 for the sake of this group, great, I'm going to settle here. Oh, but then he gets this. That's fine. I'm alive. You can't get everything in one move. So I would make a decision, keeping, that's my A group number one, and the B stone as a secondary. I might look and make that decision. I might look and say, no, I'd rather give him two problems. I think my weak group on the upper left is up to this fight. That's my discernment. Great. Then you should go in that direction. But if it's like, really? You're going to fight that? Yeah, I'm going to fight that. Really? You're fighting that? Well, this is what you have to decide. Make a decision. Okay. So we're here, and that move is in place, and I played 017. Plays on top. I like that area. I'll take it. Take my share of the corner. Oh, he doesn't hane. Take the whole corner. Love it. Okay, we want to look at something here. There's two reasons that going into the corner is Joseki, or more reasons. One, white's not done yet. So black should get this incente. Step two, let's have white attack. Really? You're attacking me? I can live anytime I want. Can't call it much of an attack if I can simply live the moment I desire it. Not much attack. Well, in the game, I get that. Now when I come in, he can't live easy. So the corner, it's points, it's everybody's life, it's black sente, very, very big. And he didn't do it. I'm thinking it's a whole move, a whole handicap stone's worth. Very big. Yeah. Now here I cheated a little bit. If I'm playing a strong player, I'm going to play here. How come? I'm alive. And I can do anything I want. If I decide I want to haunt it, I'll haunt it. Doesn't matter. Okay. Isn't this the same? No, it's not the same. You want to live in your corner? Yeah, I do. You want to save that stone? Yeah, I do. Sente, sente, very powerful. So in both cases, this black move is sente. That being the case, this is the stronger move. Then why did I play it? I cheated. He doesn't know that. Ha, ha. I played the lesser move. Now, it's a tiny bit lesser. Tiny bit lesser. But I'm thinking, he doesn't know that. So this is better. I can do something, much better. Oh, I'm pressing. I just feel it's, me cheating. Okay. Now what? Points of interest. How do you play handicap, high handicap go as white? Do you go taking points? No. If you take points, you're going to lose the game every time. You don't want points. Now let's actually make our A group weak. Get rid of those guys and put those two down. Okay. Now we're playing here. I thought you didn't want points. I'm not here for the points. I'm glad I'm getting points. Don't get me wrong. I like them. But no, I wouldn't play. This is for my defense. I'm going to die here. He's going to get all this free pushing around because I'm weak. So I love the points, but I wouldn't do it for the points. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. So his move, go take. I've played my strong defensive move on my B group, so I'm alive there. Very strong group, or 90%. I did make a little mistake, but that's okay. So what's next? I could focus on area 1, 2, 3, or 4. 4 areas. Now here's the point of interest. Well, which one? It doesn't matter. Yes, it does matter. What have you got to work with? There's 2 things that you have to work with, or possibly 3. 1, that's a weak black group. The A group, that totally get in trouble. Not next move, but you're playing for the future. Always, even handicap, but in handicap especially, you have to think about the future. So this white move shows the A group is not settled yet. Ah, that's good information. So maybe you could start thinking about, well, do I play here? And then I think he's forced to play this way, and now I'm thinking he's over concentrated on the bottom. He defended himself, but he's put in way too many stones. Okay, then that would be a purpose. Then do that. Maybe you're thinking, I want to play this way because if he adds a stone like this, it's a really small area, which he won't play. If he plays something like this, I can come in later. There's a lot of open space, right? So you're considering the futures. So I went 3-3. We're here. Go along. Doing it, doing it. Oh, that's in question, but push. What do? Points of interest. Stands out like a sore thumb. Hello? Should I cut now? I don't see how it works out. Doesn't matter how it works out. That's not the point. What's the point? He's weak. That's the point. Answers come later. So you start there. And you say, pardon me, Mr. Blackstones, I'm just curious, what are you going to do? Oh, interesting. If I save this stone, there's an Atari here later. That could be significant. Maybe not right now, but it's about the future. So yeah, I want this white stone. Thank you. Thank you for telling me. Now what? Really? You're going to try to save the stones? That's stupid. Okay. Yeah, just come out, just come out, just come out, just come out. Okay. Now that I've got liberties, and I would like to do something here, let's start with creating a lot of cuts. Now there's a few, check it out. Let's say, I don't know how to phrase it. So let's imagine this new white wall being stronger than it is. Then black would have 2 weak groups. So you might try to go in a direction where you get extra strength inside here. Oh, look at me. I picked up, I picked up a whole eye. Now I'm feeling strong. Great. then we push and cut. Something like that. If you see that future, great. Not all the details. If it looks good, looks very possible, great. I'm like, I just like all these cuts everywhere. Now, there is a specific reason, and that is when I started this, I'm like, there's a cut here. If we look at the A stones, they're near death. If we look at the B stones, I'm ready to take a 50-point center. I like this cut. Now, obviously, these are all overstated, but that's what the position is suggesting. So that's why I go in that direction. Okay. So I started here thinking lots of cuts, new cut coming up. I'm looking at it now, maybe. It's a lot to think about here. I still don't know. Get this. You are not going to know. As a matter of fact, all your games the rest of your life, you're not going to know. Go is too hard. So what do you do instead? You take educated guesses. It seems to me, my discernment at this point, well, what happens when you're 5 stones stronger than now? It'll be different. If you think 7 Dons know what they're doing, you would be shocked. If you were magically a 7 Don, you go, oh my God, I had no idea. I don't know what I'm doing. Exactly. Right around 7.5 up to 8 Don, all of a sudden you start, hey, I can start playing pretty good. And it really gets interesting. Okay, so I played there, for good or for bad. I'm seeing is that my white group needs a little help, so I'm going to cut and get some help. Black. Okay. Now I feel real good about cutting at A. I'm already out and can capture a stone. Okay, bit by bit here. Okay, let's get a nice corner in Sente. I like that. And then I'm just going to get out. Well, what's the point of interest? What's the idea? Well, the cut at A is getting absolute. It's just cut at A, he's in trouble. Not that he's dead. Trouble. That's what we want for black. Trouble. And then there's these really awkward B stones, 4 of them. Well, let's imagine, he defends, whatever. We peep, and then check out the entire black group. It's pitiful. Once that's pitiful, check out the A group dying naturally in the middle of the fight. Do you see how these things link together? Handicap, go. Okay. Boom. Boom. Look how silly this move is for black. He's trying to attack white based on weaknesses all over. These 2 black stones are pitifully weak. Come on down. You got it. Here. Sure. Here. Oh, yeah. Happy to live. Thank you very much. If things were different, I'm feeling a bit desperate. Then what about I'm feeling desperate. I'm going to cut. Oh, then I'm going to kill you. Okay, let's have Ko. In handicap Go, you have to be willing to give up groups. Hey, it's Ko. I'm not dead yet. Okay. I live. I do have the absolute right of playing the peep first. As a matter of fact, that would be the appropriate move. He cuts to kill me. I just take 4 stones. Okay. I live. What did he just say? I really want my A stones. Great. I assume I don't remember the game. There you go. You want them? Please save them, please. I mean, it's pitiful saving these stones. Okay. Oh, yeah, cut me. I dare you to cut me. No. Once more? No. Save. There's lots of ways of saving. I saved here. And you get to decide. What are the points of interest? I don't know. Let me do this first. Okay, now what's the point of interest? I want to save this way. He really needs to be coming out. And then I'm comfortable enough. As a matter of fact, I feel strong enough. I'm going to start an invasion here. Great. Step by step, do the thing where you see a weak hole, go on in, fill the gap, fill the void. Points of interest. I really, really should have gotten that peep in earlier. Okay. I like defense here, my defense. I like that how many ways can I go here? I mean, A's a problem for him, B's a problem for him, C's a great plus for me. Nice contact move. I didn't see any, see, I don't have an eye yet. And he just stopped me from running down. So I have just two options for health. Run to A, run to B. If he stops one, I can still go. So I have two options. That's it. Time to take some sort of action. Oh, well, maybe just start. Yeah, fine. That you are defending yourself and giving black a ton of points. No, thank you. I thought I'd start here. Yeah, I already know there's no cut there. Okay. If you cut me, you die. Great. Start there. Then fix. He fixes. And here, which looking at it now, I completely disagree with. I don't even know what this is for. Apparently, I'm saying this helps my A group get over to B. Okay. I don't think that's so necessary right now. Just a second. Black, white. That is it. Okay. How about something a bit more aggressive? Oh, I'm going to chase you. Really? I'll chase you back. But I played it. And get used to the idea. You're going to be making mistakes. Not just every game. Tons of them every game. The statistic is that 7 dons make a mistake every 7 moves. Not just less than perfect, but oops. Professional 9 don, just 1, because that was a whole 2-point mistake. Okay. Oh, memories. God, I could tell you a great story right now, but I won't do it. Okay, this move fixes everything for me, makes my group vibrant. So there you go. Even more so. Okay. Now, points of interest, characteristics, how do you play handicap go? Are we afraid of the Atari? My group is excellent. I could let him take, and my group will still be darn good. Might not be excellent, but darn good. I have no need to save this zone. Go take. Then what else? Well, we've been trying to get down here for a while. Let's try now. I was too late, but I'm getting there. Okay. Interesting. Well, isn't that crazy talk? Well, we can say Atari is all these Ataris, and don't forget the D group. That's the goal. Everything else, if I can just come in, take a couple stones and you defend, great. That's a nice reduction. But if you try to keep everything, I could get nasty on the D group. Let's see how it goes. Here, okay, Atari. Okay. Take. Double Atari? Sure, happy to. Might not be best because I can just, it's kind of nice to save my 1 stone. So he kind of has to play here. I don't know. There's a lot of ways of looking at it. It is a nice capture and it is a nice reduction. And if he doesn't do anything, this is Sente because it's in Ko. So he asked, what's he going to do? If he sit, yeah, this Whitestone's alive in Ko. So capture, not a bad move. Okay. So I picked up many points in the center, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 15 in the center. How many points has he picked up on the bottom? Maybe 0. They were already his, right? Maybe an extra 1 or 2 tops, but that was already his. Where to? Well, our areas 1 and 2 can grow well, but this is right. Points of interest. How do you play handicap go? Look at that little A group. Well, isn't he awfully close to home? Well, to kill him, yeah. But to mess with him and take away all the points, that's a big gap. So let's just walk in. Yeah, I don't think so. Go home, connect home, Gote. Black makes mistakes in handicap go. Back when I was 5 done, I felt pretty, cocky as 5 done. And then you play your first pro, and it's, oh my God, you start realizing I'm making mistakes hand over fist. And here's an example. It's just Gote. So in you go. Now, don't just play knee-jerk reaction. Keep your eye on the points of interest. Gote. Snapback. Huge mistake. But what are you going to do? Oh, I better take I better take. No, no need. You get a whole extra move. So I just guarantee the kill. Now that's Sente. I have some cuts here. I'll fix. May as well end Sente. Check it out. These little things, the more you understand these, the better your game will get in general. Let's have Black play his vital point, and then he surrounds. What's the point? It's a liberty race. The A group versus the B group. Nobody has any eyes. Well, White just wins. Well, 2 things. White wins at the moment. In in-game, that's going to change. If a fight breaks out, that's going to change. And let's do the count here. Black says, you better take. He just gained 2 points. You're right, I better take. Atari. Okay. Phil, he's getting all the outside points, right? And he gets in game. And I'm not saying this is the order of moves. I'm not saying White or Black has to respond to any of this. I'm just saying the principle of if my White group is not yet alive, that White group, then I'm going to have to fill in all the liberties and actually capture. If it's alive, I don't have to. So this runs and threatens to capture. Big. It's not 2 silly black stones. No, it's actually large. And then cut. Yeah. This is a big mistake on my part. I should be able to find some sort of cut here. I don't know what I was thinking. Maybe once I played this move, it's like all of a sudden this whole attitude comes across you. Oh, okay, I have an absolute win. So now I can just back off and play calmly. Well, you can't. You still have to play. Don't Don't risk, but don't just hand him a bunch of points, which this does. I got some. Why am I not cutting? Maybe I'm concerned that my group's not safe. Seems that that's what I'm concerned about. It's no need, but apparently I was. All this Sente. Gote. I played some bad moves here. A lot of times this happens to me when something occurs on the board. I've won, I've lost, whatever it is. It's like, oh, and I start just not thinking. But anyway, we'll use this as an example. We're going to have a series of, I don't know how many, until I feel that we got some players out there that are going, hey, wait a minute, that makes sense. I want to start focusing on not just, well, first, realize his weak group means something to me. His weak shape, that cut that does not work now in the slightest. These points of interest are what Go is all about. And you start doing that. That's what I'm looking for, is to help someone understand that. Okay, see you at the next one. Bye.